Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, let me see if I can turn the camera around. Oh, good. I'm able to turn the camera around. Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. All right. Get the right lighting here. Oops. Let's see. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey, and I'm out and about again by the pier. Yeah, I like coming here because I get an opportunity to look at the water here. Oh wow, the guy has a rifle. The U.S. Coast Guard. You see that? Wow, I just noticing that. Did you see that? The Coast Guard, they have their weapons out. Wow. I don't know if you saw that, but I see it. Let me see. Yeah, there they go. And they're all by the water too. There's more than one boat. Oh well, I didn't. Either way, let me finish. Well, good afternoon. I'm out and about again, and what I like coming here is that I get to see water. And yes, hi viewer. Yes, what I like about being out here is to look at the water and this beautiful green grass. It's really, really nice. It's real fluffy too. See that? Ooh. Yeah, it's real fluffy. I like that. Yeah, I'm on my iPhone, so I hope I don't accidentally disconnect. But yeah, and also there's trees all over. This is an artificial land body. It's a pier, it's one long pier. But I like it. It's really relaxing here. And so I come out here and I don't have my dogs out here. They're at home. It would really be hot for them to come out in the sun, and no dogs are allowed on the grass. Even if they were a seeing eye dog, it's not awful. Yeah, this is a state. This is run by the state of New York, and it is what it is. But they keep it really nice. So either way, as you see with the title, I have here a device that just came in the mail last night, and I want to show it with you. I'm going to switch the camera to point downward. Okay, this is the TriField. It's an EMF reader. It's model number TF2, as you see there, and it just came in the mail. I hope you guys could hear me. Also, I have to remember to talk loud since I have a light voice. Well, I bought this EMF reader um, for a big reason. If any of you haven't seen one of my recent videos, I think it was a live video I did about an incident that happened to me and a family member while we were eating at a restaurant. I believe both of us got hit by EMF waves, and it hit our head first, or mine. For him, I think it caused confusion, but he felt it. He said it felt like a wave hit him. That was his wording. And for me, it did something. I heard like my mood changed. Like all of a sudden, like I was just talking, and again, what I was talking about, I was talking about the secret space program as it pertains to the correlation of a lot of people with O negative blood type. And I was mentioned that I knew two people who had O negative. And that's basically, I don't think that's bad conversation. And then all of a sudden my mood changed and like a feeling of guilt. And then my heart started racing, racing, racing. I did go to the doctors, the emergency room, because I felt shaky all of a sudden. I mean, we had just had a nice meal, and my blood pressure was greatly elevated. And again, I didn't have any coffee, tea, soda. I just had a glass of water. And it was while I was having the water that I saw, finishing my glass of water, that these symptoms started hitting me. And at the same moment, this family member had this sensation in his head, too. So I said to myself, I want to get to the bottom of this, what they call target. I mean, I'm really new with this genre, which is called the TIs, targeted individuals. I would have thought a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, that this was baloney. Again, I don't know what happened to me, but only thing that I do know is that I was just minding my own business, having a conversation. We were just about to leave the restaurant, and then boom. And so I thought, let me, because I've been following about the TI community. Let me turn around. Come, yeah, sorry. Yeah, because what I want to say is that I think why I feel sensitive about the issue is that when this thing happened to me, it's about I think today would be 2 weeks ago, I started thinking back on other occasions when, out of the blue, my heart starts racing. First, the mind, like something racing or panic, and then it jumps to the heart. And the first 2 times it happened, I thought I was having a heart attack. And it's not a laughing matter when it happens to you and when you're alone. When it happened to me at the restaurant, and I was telling him my heart was racing, and I don't know what's going on, he said, just sit back and relax. And, to reassure me, and then that's what I did. And I was taking deep breaths. But see, when you're alone, and it's late at night, see, this happened at 6 p.m. versus something that happens around midnight or 1 o'clock. You're alone, and your imagination runs wild. So I started thinking about some of the things that happened to me and what I was doing when it first occurred. Sorry. Yeah, and so I started seeing a correlation. I was in prayer. I was talking out loud, and I had just eaten. The first 2 times, yeah, the first time I had iced coffee, and the second time I had this starchy meal like rice and cassava, and I also at that second time I did have some what do you call it supplements for dietary purposes. I foolishly took it. I admit I foolishly took these supplements for weight management, and I consider it now weight foolishness. Yeah. So, but either way, I thought maybe it was that. But I'm starting to see how it came upon me, how first it's something like in the head and then in your body. So I said, each time I was like in a deep conversation with the universe, or in this case, a family member, and then these same type of symptoms that occurred. Helicopters, let me show that. Okay, I hope I. Sorry, guy, that's so tacky. My hand's in the way. My apology. Yeah, so I hope I. Oops. Yeah, I have to hold the camera correctly. So, I'm getting lost my train of thought. Yeah, so each of those times, um, it's something like when you're in prayer, Carmen, I think your guard is down when you're like in prayer. You know, you're when you're praying or communicating with someone, there's an open channel, and something could have. Wow, look up there. I hope. I hope you guys got that. Oh, I could have just used the little button to toggle the view. I'll do that next time. But okay, yeah. So I guess like it's Fleet Week, and there are a lot of sailors out and about in New York City. So I guess they're practicing maneuvers. I hope everybody's safe. Okay. My apologies for the diverse. Okay, so when you're in a communication, like right now, I'm communicating with the viewer, and so a channel is open. Anytime you have any form of communication, there is an open channel in order for that communication to occur, the sender and the receiver. And so when I was communicating those 3 times that I'm specifying, I was the sender, and maybe someone was who someone that I didn't authorize to receive the message received what I was saying, didn't like what I was saying, and made a point of me to shut up. Wow, that's what I really feel, especially with the last incident at the restaurant. The other 2 times, I don't know, it was just general conversation I was having with the, just, I was having a wonderful day, and, just positive talk. But this was the only time that but yeah, yes, it is. It is an aircraft carrier. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of it. Yeah, it is an aircraft carrier. Let me turn over. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's distracting. So yes, so anytime you're having an open communication and something was telling me that it didn't like the conversation that I was having, and I don't like that. I don't like when you're talking to one person and something interrupts. Someone is saying, I don't want you to discuss what you're talking about. There was no reason um, for someone to even disagree what I'm talking about. It's open knowledge over the internet about the looks very, yes, it is peaceful as Ezra 417. Yes, it's very peaceful here. That's why I come here. It's nice. I get to sit on grass and everything. But yeah, for someone to monitor what you're saying, for one thing, I didn't ask them to listen to my conversation with my family member, and it's open information over the internet about the secret space program, and that they often use people with O negative blood. So I don't know. Just turn around. So I don't know why. Sorry. So I don't know what the beef is. It's open knowledge, but it is what it is. And someone didn't like what I was saying, and so I feel that they did what they did to me. And my brother got a little bit of it, but I was the target because I got the full blast of it. He just, it just hit his head and made his head feel funny. But isn't that something? It's more helicopters. So let me show you again this device that I got. I'm going to toggle the phone again so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay. So how this thing works, and I hope you guys could hear me. If you can't hear me, just let me know. Type a little message to talk up louder. Okay, now how this works, as you can see, you have the off switch, standard and weighed. Now I do not know what is meant by standard and weighed, but this one, MAG, means magnetic, elect means electrical field, and the same here. This one here is an radio frequency. So this one would pick up like a cell phone and I think Bluetooth. But yeah, especially cell phones. And so, like, if I turn it on, I'm just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to turn it on mag. Okay, as you see there, what I like about this is that it has a meter. It's digital, and so you can see visually very quickly what reading you have. And then on the top corner here is the peak levels. You know, so if you're doing a reading, they might say, okay, where was the highest level? And in this case, okay, it's a 0.9, you know, okay? And then here is just the reading of the battery that is full, okay? And then when there's a electrical field, it moves, okay? So just for demonstration, you're gonna see it jump when I'm gonna change the dial. Oh, it didn't. Okay, I thought it was gonna do it. Okay. Well, this little thing moves. Let me see if I can find something that'll make it jump. Okay, I have another electrical device here. Maybe we might do it. I have another device here, and just for purposes. See, it's how it's moving. See? This is an electrical device that I have in my left hand. So it picks up different, in this case, magnetic waves. Okay? And let me set it for electrical waves. Here's another device. So I don't see anything changing with that, okay? And then this one is for weighed. I don't know what that term means. But it's the same type of, you know, magnetic and electrical here, but weighed. And so any of you who know what weighed means, you know, please let me know, okay? So, how I'm going to use this is such. This is the important part of this video, okay? So, let's say I'm home alone, and with this, let's say I'm home alone, it's late at night, and I get another attack. Let's say something happens and my heart starts to race. I need to know as a scientist, see, I want to handle this not as a conspiracy theorist, but as a scientist. And I want to find out what the data says, what the reading says when a particular phenomenon happens to me. And in this case, if my heart starts to race, or I get weird sensations, you get this device and you turn it on, okay? And when you see the reading being abnormal, then you document. And then you also document the time it happened. So you're going to document the time, you're going to document what you were doing or what you were saying, if it's pertinent, and then you go into, let's see, say what was, if anyone was around you, or were you home alone? Did you just eat something? So you're trying to find causality. This is the trick. You want to try to rule out what didn't cause versus what possibly caused a situation. So maybe it was something you ate. So for me, when I went to that restaurant and had those symptoms of that my head feeling funny and my heart racing, well, I went to the hospital. And yes, they saw that my blood pressure was um, extremely high and I had an irregular pulse. So those are symptoms. But again, I cannot prove what caused it, but it's a matter of finding like a something that preceded. You want to find out what preceded something, an event to occur, and so you can pretty much predict when that something happens, a particular symptom is going to occur. Okay, so I'm going to have this device, this tri-field uh, TF2. I'm going to have it by my uh, nightstand. And when any anomaly happens, I'm going to turn this thing on, okay? And I think this section here is to take personal readings of your body area. I think, if I heard right. But again, I do not know. And if anyone is an expert with this device, please let me know. But what I will do, let me turn it off, okay? What I will do, let me turn the camera. Okay. What I will do in the future using this TF2 meter, um, again I said I'm going to have it by my bed, and I'm going to do a base reading. A base reading, like in science, you want to log in what your normal readings say. So let's say your heart rate. So you should know what your normal heart rate is. So I did buy a something to measure my systolic and diastolic pressure and a pulse reader. I have both of those gadgets also in right by me in my bed. You know, it's in my drawer, dresser drawer. I mean my night table, and to do a base reading to find out what your normal status, and you write it down. So I'm going to have what your systolic, diastolic, your pulse readings are at a regular normal rate. Let's say what is usually in the morning when you first wake up versus when you go into bed, or let's say in the afternoon, in midday, like right now. And then I'm going to get this device, okay, this device, and I'm going to do readings. I'm going to do readings as if I'm, in the same position in my bed that I'm usually in, and get a base reading on all four. Since I don't know what all four of um, these not four, five readings are, for what's weighed and standard, take all five readings, okay? In a normal state, like when you're feeling good and everything, you're gonna take a reading what a regular feeling good day is, jot down all five readings, and then you have your base. And then when symptoms occur, you're gonna take out that pad and pen and your devices, and you're going to find out, okay, what the reading is. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for data, you're looking for information to find out what is going on, because people could easily just say that it's all in your head. See, data doesn't lie. And also, people could misinterpret data, but you want to get data, information, and then you're going to show that something is interfering with me to cause certain symptoms. Maybe someone has a device and maybe my body's just sensitive to electromagnetic waves. They have that too. But either way, to find out and to try to rule out what it's not. But something like what happened to me at the restaurant is, I think, deliberate. And I did talk to a spiritualist about it, and I didn't want to give him too much information because I didn't want to feed information to this person. But either way, his instincts um, heavily suggested that um, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and then it was something from outside was interfering with my electrical field. And his advice to me was that I need to increase my energy. And so that is also why I'm here to, come into a place like this. Makes you feel good. I had a nice breakfast. And this definitely will raise your, what you call your frequencies. Feeling good is feeling good. And feeling good, that means in layman's term, increase your energy level. Okay, so when you're depressed, not feeling well, think about, your energy is low, or your borders are broken, so to speak. So you want to keep your field up, your borders up, to protect you. So that's what advice I was giving. And I guess, I like to feel that I'm in control. I want to do the best for myself. And if something is targeting me, um, I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, I don't know. But I think it's really telling when, you're you're having a private conversation, or you're in deep prayer, you're in good mood and you just relax, and then a phenomenon happens to you. People have a right to their own private thoughts and private activities, and they shouldn't be targeted and made to feel a certain way. So I just think this is really telling these days. And again, maybe it was nothing. Who knows? But the fact that something did happen. Oh, you know what else? The other reason why I got these devices is that there was someone else who I know, and we were having a talk, and I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. And the person felt something in their leg vibrating. And so they said, just feel it. And I did. They put my hand to where the vibration in their leg was, and it was these three pulses, like a ultrasonic pulse. Very very small, very acute, very precise, very localized, and it was a three sets of beeps, something like a buzzing, weird, just a weird vibration. And then it'll stop, and then it'll repeat again. And it kept on doing that. And also the person's behavior at one point started to get a little erratic. And then I also uh, heard that same sound coming from the person's bedroom, from the bed. I thought maybe the person had what do you call, like a electrical bed, a vibrating bed or something. But I helped them move their mattress, turn the mattress over. It was just an old-fashioned, really old spring mattress. It was on a wooden board. So that's what initially got me thinking that some people could have what they call RFID chips, or some type of monitoring device in them from that person. That was almost 2.5 years ago. Yeah, that's what initially got me to think about this subject. And so I had initially bought this device. I think I showed it to you in a prior video. See, this device here, this one measures just radio frequencies, okay? While the new device does the radio frequencies and electric and magnetic readings. So, I know it might be a little overkill, but see, these days you have to know what's going on around you. And the more information you have about yourself, the more you're able to protect yourself. That's my reasoning. And so I'm going to do my baseline. I'm even going to do a reading, while I'm in this park. If I'm feeling good, and it's good to know, because they could maybe have devices here. So I know this is a really weird conversation and everything, but I feel like the reason for my channel, Spirit Journey channel, it's not just for me. I use this channel almost like a video diary of my spiritual life. And spiritual life doesn't have to be about the Bible or the religion. It's about you and your higher self. And so things that I go through, I'm sure I'm not alone, and that other people are experiencing the same type of thing I am. And so when people know they're not alone, it adds comfort and community. And so, the knowledge that can come out of all this. Maybe other people have other equipment or other techniques to pinpoint what could be causing certain phenomenon. Again, it could be nothing. It could be just maybe hormones, or it could be that someone is being messed with. But either way, that don't be alone and let people know what's going on, and be you know be very precise with your language and document everything, you know, and tell people what could be going on, but just use the data. Let the data speak for itself, and that's what it's all about. So, yeah. So I hope I made myself clear in this video. I know it's a very controversial subject, but these days, people have to be careful about what's going on around them, and not everyone is as nice as you may think, and that sometimes things happen, and people could be mean-spirited and do things because they think it's funny, or they're doing experiments, whatever. So I want to have a really nice day, also walk my dogs and get some sun, and just enjoy life. But that's what it's about: enjoying life, enjoying yourself, embracing yourself, and embracing your friends and other loved ones, So if you have any, advice or comments, just write it below. And so, each one teach one, right? So you take care, and Spirit Journey is signing off. Bye bye, guys. Till next time.